COVID restrictions lift around the country, many businesses are worried they're about to cop another side effect of the pandemic as they're hit with a plague of workers' compensation claims from staff who catch COVID while at work. There's been around 3,000 claims across Australia, with the bulk of them in New South Wales and Victoria. But as borders reopen, employers elsewhere are already feeling sick at the prospect of many more claims, with lawyers warning those who fail to protect their staff could be sued for negligence. Rihanna Whitson reports.
As Stapleton family meets in Sydney South, owner Mark Stapleton keeps a sharp eye out for customers to forget their COVID check-in.
You want to do the code there? We've got one right in front of you there.
The Gymea butcher has been doing everything he can to keep the disease at bay, with staff required to wear masks, get vaccinated and sign a daily declaration that they're well and haven't had contact with anyone carrying the infection.
Any staff member that's been in contact with a family member that's been sick, their staff members stay at home for the day, have a COVID test, so we can try and eliminate any infections within the workplace.
And if that leaves his business short-staffed, well, Mark Stapleton says any unvaccinated job applicants need not apply.
You've got to also consider not only the staff and our customers, we have to consider our staff going home to their family and their children and their elderly parents. So if I was to have a new staff member apply for a job that wasn't willing to be vaccinated, it really would be a deal breaker.
And as COVID restrictions ease and the public health orders mandating vaccination are scrapped, businesses around the country are expected to be hit by rising numbers of workers' compensation claims by employees infected in the workplace. However, lawyers also warn employers could be sued for negligence if they haven't provided a safe environment for their staff, and that could include failing to ensure all staff are vaccinated. Giri Sivaraman specialises in employment law at Morris Blackburn Lawyers.
And the argument that a worker might make is, well, if you're aware of the risks and you knew that mandating the vaccination was an appropriate and reasonable way to manage that risk, and you should have taken that step, and you didn't, and had you taken that step, I wouldn't have got COVID, that might result in a claim.
WorkSafe Victoria is looking into the death from COVID of a 46-year-old man in September after concerns were raised about unsafe practices at the Serco call centre in Melbourne. And in August, the widow of a man who caught COVID in the US on a business trip was awarded over $800,000 compensation. Giri Sivaraman says other employers facing negligence claims will have to prove they did all they could to protect their workers.
They'll have to show that they were aware of the risks and took the right measures. And what employer in Australia is going to be able to say we weren't aware of COVID and the risks it poses to us?
The Council of Small Business Organisations Australia fears its members could be hit with steep hikes in work cover premiums as millions are paid out to infected workers.